Hi, you guys. Welcome.
What's up? What's up?
How are you guys feeling today?
You doing pretty good? You doing all
I'm
right?
doing all right. I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a few questions for you guys. And today we're just going to be talking about collaboration since that's what you guys do, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
quite frequently.
Okay. All right. I like that.
Hey, hold
So,
on.
how
No.
does your.
Wait. I feel like we didn't introduce who Steven is. I mean, I've been.
Yeah, we didn't.
Let's.
Who are you, Steve?
Okay. Well, we also have my name, so I'm Steven.
Yeah.
I don't really get called Steve a lot, but I let it rock. Roll. I don't know how to put it. Yeah. I am an artist, creative. I, write my own music, collaborate with my peers, help produce a little bit. I like to do a little bit of managerial work, get that type of stuff out there, get my friends connected with the right people. So
He's also an official hype man.
I am an official hype man.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm definitely good at the social lubricant, hype, confidence,
Yeah.
presence,
100%.
performance. No, but just an all-around creative, just doing what I can. I teach music to kids. Like, it's just kind of what I do. So
Facts.
yeah.
Okay.
Steve.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for that amazing bio.
No,
On the spot, too.
On the
That was
spot,
cool.
Spot.
just trying to keep
Light.
light.
Fluffy.
Don't wanna. It's not about me. It's about the collaboration.
100%.
Love it. I love it. All right. So, how does your friendship add to or impact the collaboration process?
See, her questions is lethal.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here to see what I'm talking about.
Hey, somebody penning. She
She penning.
penning.
She probably sat back and wrote that.
Okay. You said I'm trying to be NPR status by the end of the year.
Our friendship. Well, to be honest with you, I spoke about this at our last session. Music reflects life for me, so I can't not make music with the people that I live life with. I have to make music with them. It's just how it goes. Like, just as an example, I have a buddy who doesn't sing, but he plays bass, and sometimes I like him to do a bass line on a song or to get involved musically. So with Steve, our friendship has always, one of the major pillars of our friendship has been the music that we create. I think just in the processing of life. So something that's really cool that the Lord will do is I'll be dealing with something, feeling like I'm alone in it, bring it over to Steve, and Steve's like, dog, I'm dealing with the same exact thing. And then we're like, trying to make a song? Yeah, trying to make a song. And the song comes out and it ends up being a checkpoint moment for us, but also a way that we fight through some of the stuff that we're processing and dealing with in life.
For sure.
So I'd say that's part of how our friendship plays a role.
Yeah, I mean, that, and I think just an overall, how do you put it? Being in the same vehicle, like being friends, being in the same like spaces for the longest amounts of time, you begin to have a lot of the same experiences, or if not different colors of the same experience. And so if you're both involved creatively, like Isaiah's had music in his life at one point or another very consistently, and music has been in my life from even when like I didn't do it, like just in my family or like part of my family's history or whatever. And then like just it kind of finding its way into my life, like going forward, like so I don't know, I just think, how do I put this? I don't know. I think because we're in that same space,
we speak the
as
same
well,
language.
we speak the same language. It just makes sense creatively whenever we like are in the same space to like make music. Like it's very organic. So I think that contributes too.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So you guys kind of, hinted around to my next question. But can you talk about some collaboration that you've done in the past and how that turned out?
Some collaboration. Some collaboration.
Like, do you mean like a
some co-op, man?
like a performance, or like just like something on a project,
general,
or just
asked,
like something in general?
She asked it from a
general standpoint. Okay. Loudmouth's names, right?
Oh,
that's what you was looking for.
Yeah, you should. That's one. I mean,
that was one.
What's Loudmouth?
Loudmouths, for all you Nyakians, Nyakers, whatever. I don't know what people say these days. Nyakians. What I for all you alum, whatever, whoever you are, donators. Anyways, point is, it was a club, it was a group, it was a safe place for creatives on campus, and in general, to come, kind of like test their stuff out, be in a place to like throw their ideas against like other creatives,
an
incubator of sorts, yeah. And it just allowed people to be free to share, to be kind of in process creatively, especially, which is a lot of extension for people. Like that's their arm out, that's their way out. So to be vulnerable in that space and be open to critique from other creatives in like the same like mind, and to improve performance for people. We held like open mics, like twice a year or 2 or 3 times a year?
Yeah, 2 or 3 times a semester.
That's right, yeah.
Find opportunity. We try to be producers of creativity, find opportunities for people to do poetry in town, get involved with our chapel services on campus. We just wanted the people to know that creativity is important, and have, like Steve said, to foster a safe space for them to grow in that, whatever that might look like. And it was cool. We stirred the pot collaboratively when it came to creativity on campus. And then I think music-wise, I mean that speaks for itself. It's cool. There's like tiers to it. There's different kind of styles of collaborating. Sometimes I'll be making a song. We like to say I rap a lot, sing a little. Steve likes to say he can sing a lot, raps a little. So there are moments where I'll come to a hook. Someplace I'll get stuck in a song, call him up, yo, dude, you want to come around? Or next time I have him with me here, I'll be like, can you listen to this? I need you to help me get this hook. I can't figure out how to hit this melody or where this should come from. So leaning on him, I think collaboration is something where you have to trust other people in your process. And I think that's exactly why us speaking the same language is really important. So like, I don't take it lightly when Steve invites me into his process of either producing a record and recording it for him, or helping him write, or working on something, and vice versa. I'm sure that it's the same. So just having a level of trust and respect for one another leads to a lot of fun, things that we wouldn't have come up with on our own.
Yeah.
So we do it musically, we do it in life, all over the place, collaboration.
All right, so what is your favorite piece that you worked on together?
She's asking these questions that hurt me.
I know there's a lot, but if you could pick one, what would it be?
Whoa. That's tough.
I don't think I can do it off of records. I think records, like actual creation of the song, is cool. I love that part, but for me, really what's fun and what's the best part with our collaborative moments is the moment of creating it together. So to me, I can remember one of the songs, I think one of the last songs on my first album, 36 Cells, is called The Storm. And Steve has a killer verse on that freaking song. It's so good. And just being able to be there and help him like have the confidence to deliver it. And then when he finally did it, and then all the performances we had after that point, it was kind of like, because of the effort we put in the studio, it made it much more seamless to perform in later points. It was just cool to see him flourish like that. That was fire for me. I just loved the way that came. I mean, I'm also selfish. It was my song, so it's like, dang, I got Steve's verse on it. That's crazy. But it was cool. Another place for me, because I know you're still thinking, right? Yeah.
No, I got it.
He has you know what? I might have yours. You go first. Go ahead. Yeah, you had it though. I
do. It's how you word it, because it's like I don't have a favorite. It's tough. It's like hard to categorize it, because there are moments that's like, wow, when we made this. Like we made The Storm in the front of a Camry, and like in the middle of the night at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's moments where they're just like, damn, like you can't compare those, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's other songs that we made, like I think for me personally, like I think for me, like Dust is one of those, in the sense that that was a song that we made for the purposes of like what, graduation.
Yeah, that was pretty fire.
And making it, like for me, Dust is probably one of my favorite. Dust or maybe Alive, but that's also like
that's underground.
That's underground. That's like not really out.
Dust
like,
is on Lost and Found.
Dust is on Lost and Found. You can listen to that now. Right. But you can't. Yeah, you can't find another one. Yeah, but
that's also actually Alive is on SoundCloud. It's just you gotta look for it. It's on there. But I think Dust was cool because we had a due date.
Oh yeah, there was a pressure. There was definitely a little pressure cooker. But at the same time, what came out in that small amount of time was very authentic. Was very like it culminated our entire experience
at Nyack,
and in general as friends.
Yeah.
So I think to see it come together so effortlessly in such a small amount of time really showed like, what is it called? What's the word? Synthesization or
both words work.
Something synchronization. Yeah. Whatever. The point is,
this is the writing center. You better know. That's SAT words.
Big words all the time.
You know, even speaking of being that this is the writing center, what was really cool is just describing how that even came to be. We set this vision of what would it look like if we split our verses and our hooks on the song. There's 3 verses, 4 hooks. If we took them and we used them as like representations or symbols for each of the years we've had at Nyack as of 4 years of going through school. So like the first hook was describing our emotional insecurities as we entered into college, still becoming who we are now. And then the verse kind of lined up with that. Then the second is we're getting a little bit of our footing on who we are as men and what the Lord has for us and the gifts that he's given us, but also wrestling with deeper things. And then the hook reflects that. And then it gets all the way to the end where it's like, here's where I'm at now. And then that last hook is where we're going to be, where we're stating we're going to be. And again, the way it seamlessly came together, it didn't take too much thought. It was just like boom, bop, oh, boom, boom, boom. Dang, we just did that.
Yeah, and it just worked. It wasn't like, oh man, how do we? It was just like, okay, all right, boom, there we go. That was it.
Wow. Okay. You guys just broke down the entire process. I was going to ask that next, but I don't have to.
Gotta answer the next question.
It's not the same process every time.
You gotta answer the next question too, bro. That's how you do.
I do have a really good question though. So I know with all friendships, with all type of relationships, you know, there are some moments of disagreement. So how do you guys handle disagreement?
As creatives? Oh yeah, because if you asked us that
on a different level, that'd be
no, as creatives.
Not the counseling center.
Yeah, it is not the counseling center. I don't know. I think for me personally, I haven't really recognized too many times when we disagreed or had a disagreement, like direction-wise. I think normally I'm somebody who wants to get to I am about the end result. So like, if what I'm bringing to the table furthers the end result, like furthers a more complete project or a more complete record, then that's what I'm going to push. So like, I'm not going to stick on something for too long. Like if there's something I don't like, I'm going to bring it up. And if it doesn't really get worked out, then it doesn't get worked out. It could just be me and my preference. Like I know when I'm making songs on my own, I can have that type of sway.
Sure.
But like, I try to be mindful when collaborating, even when it is with Isaiah. Like, I don't want to just come in and be like, this is how it's going to be because I like it this way.
Yeah.
I think you have to have a lot of creative self-awareness to be able to handle that. And I think that's what's minimized for me, any like disagreements between us.
Yeah. I think when it comes to creativity, one of the statements in regards to creativity that has always stuck with me was something that the former creative arts coordinator at Nyack, Emmanuel Jean-Pierre, said one time to us was like, he loves parkour, and parkour is about getting from point A to B, regardless of the obstacles that come your way, in the most seamless and creative way possible. And that's kind of how I see creativity, especially when it comes to collaborating. Now, this might just be naivete, I don't know, but it might just be I haven't had enough experiences. But with Steven, I've noticed moments where we may not see eye to eye on something. We're both valuing not just the end result, but the vibe of the session, like the feelings of and sometimes like clashing with one another can kill the mood. So I think we do a good job at adapting. I mean, a great example of this is Pineapple Street. That song that never got to be on the first song we ever made, and I was recording it. I told you guys about this last time. When it came to it not being on the project, it was funny to me because that was the hardest song for us to record. I kept trying to get Steven in here. It just didn't hit right. I mean, it'd been 5 years since we had written it. And so there was a vibe, and I was getting frustrated with him. He was getting frustrated with me. He knew I was getting frustrated with him, so he was getting frustrated with me for getting. It was a thing, and ultimately we had to keep coming back. And eventually we got it.
Sir.
And even then, we didn't even have the opportunity to use it. So I look at moments like that, and it's like, maybe in that moment, instead of trying to fight to get this done, we could have called an audible earlier. All of these things are learning moments. So if there's any point where we've had conflict, I feel we've both come with this heart of let this moment teach us how to become better collaborators. And I find that anything I've learned in my time working with Steven is beneficial in other places creatively. Like even last night I was at a session, and I know the heart or the vibe of the session is really important. So just being someone that adds positive vibes to the room, even if things aren't going the way that you want them to go. I've learned that through our time together. So
I think it's just again, like that awareness is really important.
Oh yeah.
Like that sensitivity to the person you're creating with is really important. I think hearing about like people in the studio, like artists, like, oh, they fell out, or oh, we're not working together right now, creative differences. I think that's corny. Like, I think especially like if you're in a group of people and like you're saying, oh, I love making music with this person, or I like doing this, like you're gonna do everything you can to think about the integrity of that process and what works. Now, if things part with you naturally, like y'all just generally in life go different ways creatively, like that's gonna be different. I get that. But like, it's just whack. Like, protect the vibe, like protect.
Yeah, but there's also been some times where we're going it's not black and white all the time. Sometimes
it's not black and white.
We're going the opposite direction or don't believe the same thing about something. We have a disagreement, but the music forms something cool because I'll be writing or stating something that's going one direction, and then Steve's verse will be him wrestling to finally believe that for himself too. And there's an honesty and transparency in what he creates that's collaborating at its finest, I think personally. To come underneath somebody else's thing is one thing. Yes, there's levels to that, but then when you're able to go, I don't necessarily agree, but I'm gonna wrestle with you. Let's get it musically. That's fire.
That's different. Yeah.
That joint's fire.
That's different. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow, that was really good.
Question was excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I know that you guys collaborate with a lot of different artists among your friend group, but if you guys could collaborate with any other artist, who would it be and why?
You go ahead, bro.
I got two people I'd love to collaborate with. One, I'd love to collaborate with obviously J. Cole. Cole is at a place right now in his life where everything he releases comes with wisdom, and that's something I want in my creativity, and I know he does it 10 times better than me. So it's like I would just love to be challenged by being in the same room as him to learn, and also just to have I tell my wife this all the time, like, honestly, even from a collaboration standpoint, I don't even know if I need to make a song with him. I just would want to sit and ask him some questions the same way you're asking us questions, to be honest, because I feel like just from that, there's some level of wisdom and experience that he could bestow that I think would be helpful. And yeah, it's just inspiring. Well, second, I would definitely want to work with John Bellion, 100%. John Bellion is incredible. If you don't know him, he's the guy who wrote half of Justin Bieber's new album. He wrote the hook for Monster with Rihanna and Eminem. He's won numerous Grammys, and at the same time, while he's doing all these successful things as a songwriter, he's got a little cult following for his own music, which is super cool. And I like the way he does his life. He doesn't tell anybody about his life. He just makes music for people, makes music when he wants to for fun, and then he just loves his wife, and that's really it. Like, and he loves God, and that's fire. I think that's so cool. All I have to say, I would love to just work with him because I feel like it'd be great vibes, and I feel like it'd be pressure. It'd be like, yeah, like I gotta get my pen up. Like I gotta get my writing up because this man's writing crazy melodies.
Yeah, he signed a deal fresh out of college and he dropped out with a 1.5 GPA, and then 2 years from that, he went from a 1.5 GPA to Grammy
1.5 million
to 1.5 million Grammy award winning songwriter.
Yeah.
So like I think that just goes to say without like any like he's definitely just out there in general.
Plus his faith is an awesome thing too. He's we like to call him a sheep in wolf's clothing. He goes out there. He goes out there with his.
That's good.
With his gospel truth, and he shares it with people. And I just love the way he does what he does. It's very cool.
Steve. I don't like picking. I'm a very indecisive individual, so bear with me. I think this is more on the controversial side, but I think I definitely would want to work with Frank Ocean for sure.
Frankie.
I like. You can say whatever you want about him in the public eye. Me personally, I think as an artist and as a creative, I think he has a very authentic process. And I think on top of his authentic process, he has a very unfiltered way of expressing and connecting with his fans and connecting with listeners. And I think the way in which he does that is very world building. And a lot of art doesn't world build anymore. Like, we're not invited into anything anymore. And I think we're just like invited to like really quick moments, you know, like a lot of quick music and like what's banging. And don't get me wrong, like I listen to it too. Like I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, you want more out of your music. And I think whenever I listen to Frank Ocean, I'm getting more than just, you know, a record.
Getting an experience.
A world. And I enjoy that. I think that's really cool. Second artist would have to be, this is a toss up between, I think Saba.
Yeah, I don't remember Saba.
Yeah, Saba. I don't know why you didn't say that. You're bugging. I think Saba just
Cole over Saba any day.
Cole over Saba, but come on, like Saba's gonna be here.
Yeah, I hope so.
Cole's about to retire. Saba's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying?
Get him before he's not here no more. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Saba. I think Saba's definitely
Saba.
Yeah, Saba. He's out of
His
Chicago.
name's actually Taj, so Sabotage.
Sabotage, yeah.
See, it's fire. Anyway.
Yeah, it's tough. But he is also one of those artists, I think, that, again, authentic, but he has a weird way of mixing like melody and rap.
He's got like a jazzy feel.
Yeah, he's very jazzy. He's very like, if a trumpet could talk, kind of.
Yeah.
You get like, if a trumpet could talk, that's how he raps.
Yeah, that's
like,
literally.
If he did an album, he should call it If a Trumpet Could Talk, and like that would be like just him over like. Yeah. He's amazing. He's really amazing. He's truly a great lyricist, a great artist, and he has a really good connection on his foundation and like his world around him, and how to express that and relay that. If you want to really know, like, I think, what is it called, Prom King or Prom?
Yeah. He has 2 songs at the end of his most recent album called Care About Me. The last 2 songs are called Prom and King. And they're seamlessly one long story about a friend that he lost. One of his best friends was killed in Chicago. So it's a really good song. But yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, he's great.
Okay, you guys definitely just put me on to some new people. Some I've heard of, some I haven't, so I'm definitely gonna check them out. I have one more question though. So can you guys recall your favorite time performing together, like on stage?
My favorite, hands down, when my album first came out, January of, or maybe February of 2018. After that, because the album came out in October 2017, we got invited to the CCC down in Brooklyn. What's the name of the pastor down there?
Pastor A.R. Bernard.
A.R. Bernard, yeah. And what was I gonna say? The youth pastor there, Dario, is my mom's friend from college, and so my mom posted my album on her Facebook, and he saw it and was like, "Yo, we'd love to have Isaiah come down here, teach us a little lesson while doing some music." And we didn't really know what to expect, so we got down there, and it was this little like youth den that can fit like a good 100 people, probably like 75 to 100 people. Fine. And it was just this cool vibe. The lights were crazy, awesome background, and it was just awesome to get up on that stage and to perform. But then the best part definitely was when I got to invite Steven to come up to do his Storm verse, and my sister sings the hook on that song, Isa. So she came up and she sang her hook, and it was just an experience. Like, it was, I think it's the biggest performance we had done up to that point. And to do it in the context of ministry was wonderful. It was like, it made it 10 times better, in my opinion. And it was just cool to see Steve get on his crouch game and be like, and just rap. It was fire. It was fire.
No, I definitely thought I was
you didn't think myself. Anything. Yeah, you was feeling yourself.
I was feeling myself.
Yeah,
I was feeling myself for sure.
Oh, you should have.
But no, I mean, it was cool. It was fun. That's definitely up there for me. I don't know. It's, again, these questions which you want me to decide. You want me to be final. Like, you want this tone of finality. Like, oh, your best, the best, your favorite. I'm like, wow. What? Dust? Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't want to say Dust again.
Yes.
But Dust again Dust again for the simple fact that,
yeah,
I think, again, that culminating feeling. We're at the what is it called? President's Brunch.
Yeah, we're at the President's Brunch, and I think that was what was cool about it, because, you know, that crowd of trustees, people who literally are part of why NIC exists, they're used to somebody coming and singing some opera at these lunches. So it felt like we had the opportunity to represent our current student body with what we brought forward. Not that opera isn't something that our current student body loves, but the truth is, like, rap, like, for us to come to a setting like this with a tie on and a dress shirt and coming in just and it was fire. Like, it was just it was cool to see some people get a little uncomfortable because this was new for them, but then also some people go, this is new, but it's awesome. I can hear what they're saying. And so,
and the lyrics were on the screen, so like people were also getting offended.
It was fun.
People were just getting tight. You know what I'm saying?
What is creativity
if it doesn't, you know? So it's challenges. You could feel that in the room, and I think that was cool too, because it was like, that was the first time that you're like, oh, like, this isn't necessarily a ministry, but you can kind of feel like
this is them ministering.
This is ministering to them. Yeah. And then you kind of see that response kind of happen, because everybody's gonna have a different response.
It's not ministry, but you're ministering to us and you're singing us a song about ministry.
Yeah.
It was the trifecta.
Yeah, that took me back. It
was tough.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. That was a big moment. Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, so is there more music coming from you guys?
Yeah, you know that. I don't want to make any promises on his part, but I got an album coming out that I'm working on. Been working on it for a while now. I said this last time, but Steve is very much a part of the album, and some of the singles that I'm going to be dropping on the way. So you'll definitely hear something new from us. Trying to keep up the momentum of 2020 into 2021. So that's definitely fun. And what are you doing, buddy boy?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm always saying I'm working on an album, but I'm not. But this time, I am working on an album.
We got a session on Monday.
We have a session on Monday.
Okay.
Begin the process to the album. I'm not gonna drop the name right now because that's not important. But
code name Pedal.
Yes. Let's just call it Pedal for now.
Code name Pedal. That's PETAL.
Pedal. Yeah, we'll just call it Pedal for
code
now.
Pedal.
But yes, so this is my project. This is my debut of sorts. And I'm very excited because I think for a long time I've been searching for like a way to like say, okay, how am I going to express my journey thus far? How am I going to express my experience this far? Like, how am I going to invite someone in? Like, how am I going to world build? And I think I've definitely landed on that, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with it. So
run with it, and I'm gonna be right there the whole time.
Yeah,
producing the crap
out of it.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna have some fun. I'm really excited.
Go.
You go.
Go.
I'm excited too. Can't wait to hear what you guys come up with. I will definitely be supporting. But now it's time for you guys to perform, which I'm really excited about.
Little something. Yeah.
So whenever you're ready.
Cool. Just a forewarning, a little preface. It's Zoom, so we're gonna do our best with some acapella vibes. Also, this is from a song that we created last year toward the end of the year called Tinker, as a part of the little EP, 2-track EP we dropped with my brother-in-law Evan. The song is called Tinker. Project's called Mark III. And I'm gonna start. You ready?
Yeah, man.
Now think about it. When's the last time that you really chased a dream? I've lately been deferring each desire that's in between. My greatest hopes as a teen and adulthood and what it deems important or what's responsible. Is it possible we've been duped? Hoodwinked like Little Red Alive, but really dead. These songs portray redemption, as I mentioned, where I'm quenching the spirit that's alive in me. Step in tune with the jive in me. Hop in and take a ride with me, fam. Hop in and take a ride with me, fam.
Hop in and take a ride with me, fam.
Hop in and take a ride with me, fam.
Hop in and take a ride with me, fam.
Hop in and take a ride with me, fam.
Hop in and take a ride with me.
Hop in and take a ride. Now think about it. When's the last time that you really gave a care? My heart's a fragile object. Is it really safe to share what's really going on in there? Well, what if others are aware of all the fear that's in my arteries? Stop artistry, I'm scared. Like, what if this ain't enough? Have addiction for perfect mixing. I'm working but getting stuck. Because all the people want is wordplay. Crafty with the content, stay conscious of what my words say. Drafting up a script that match my actions, let the words play. Minding like I'm words play, focus on what the words say. I need to pray. I keep choosing comfort over vision. Don't trust in the Lord's provision. Passivity is the ruler over all of my decisions. So listen, from now on, I'm taking every single chance. Life's a gift. On tracks, I face the music. God and I gon' dance. I've been affirmed for the long term. Firm within his hands. There's just some thoughts I had to tinker with, remembering who I am.
Now I thought about it. Last time the dream was chasing me. Everything I saw in my mind, it could be. All the lies I thought they turned to actually, nah. Now verses get laid in hearses in memory of the choir calls it curtains to all the times I chose in, maybe chose out. The pain I harnessed taught me not to burn out. Put that work in, but a toast like it was churned out. So spread his grace abundant for my soul. I let him take the place of everything I hold. Running my own race was truly getting old. This is audio surgery. Truly, they say the nervosity to turn the kit like this to a healing of the soul. Stop that bleeding just to find that pleading with my holes was more than getting old. Time to let it go and hold on to this flow. Tinkering with my soul. Remember, there is more.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, that song is really just about processing where we are in adulthood and the fact that things aren't what we thought they were. You know,
sure.
I tell you could be anything in the world when you're a little kid. And it's not that you can't per se, but it's not as easy as they make it seem. So we're just wrestling with a lot of that. And like we said earlier, this was our processing, and this creative process plays a really big role in that. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to put it. That's
literally it.
Literally it.
Well, thank you guys so much for taking out the time, sit and talk to me really quick. I appreciated this moment. It was really good. And like I said, I'm going to let you guys know when everything is up and running. You'll be able to see it, spread it, all that.
Ready.
Thank you so much
All
for
right.
having us.
Thank you for having
No problem.